Last night on Monday Night Raw, Johnny Gargano returned to WWE for the first time in 9 months and is now part of the Raw brand. Last week here on the channel, I did a video discussing 5 NXT personalities, talents that I would like to see come back now to WWE under the Triple H regime. And Johnny Gargano was absolutely on that list, along with Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Mauro Ranallo, and Shane Strickland. There's others too, but I mean, those are my top ones that I want to see back. And we got our wish. I'm in my living room and I'm watching Raw, just chilling. It's hour 3, kind of winding down the show, and then Gargano comes out to the surprise of everybody, including me. I was so happy to see Johnny Gargano back, Johnny Wrestling. I absolutely love Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano is a guy who literally at one time a few years ago was not only my favorite character in WWE, it was in NXT, but it's still owned by WWE, but he was also one of the only reasons to even watch the company, because he was always a guy who delivered. I've seen this dude wrestle in the independents. I went to a Shikara show with him back in like 2012 it was, and he was there, maybe 2011. The dude worked his way up from Evolve. I mean, he is just incredible instincts, and he's one of Triple H's guys. So this continues the Triple H era of WWE now, where he's bringing guys back from NXT. And the beautiful thing about this is that Gargano was originally under an NXT contract, and those NXT contracts are not really that great at all. With my YouTube channel, my main one, Geekdom 101, I made significantly more money than the majority of the NXT roster. And that's not really a good thing, because these guys go out there. I mean, it's good for me, but these guys go out there and bust their ass, all the time to get higher paychecks and to get higher on the card and to become a bigger star. And now that Gargano's back, we now know that he's under a new WWE deal, a 6-figure deal, and he's going to get pushed on the Raw brand. He comes back to his original theme song, the This Rebel Heart, which is a great song, comes out, and he basically stated that, he was back, he had his baby with Candice LeRae. That was awesome. And then Austin Theory came out, and as I'm watching Gargano talk, I kind of knew that the logical person to come out would be Austin Theory. Because in case you didn't know, in NXT, Austin Theory and Gargano were in a stable where Gargano took Austin Theory under his wing to make him a better performer, and they were heels. Now, the truth is that even though Triple H is in and Vince McMahon is out when it comes to creative, Triple H does want to push Austin Theory. Austin Theory is on his way up, whether you like him or not. Now, is he going to be the next world champion? I'm not so sure about that. He's got the briefcase till next year. But this feud has begun. He's in the ring. He tells Gargano, give it to me. Gargano kicks him in the face, and off we go to the races. So I do look forward to seeing that match. Gargano will get him over, and in turn get himself over, because he's that damn talented. I cannot believe that Johnny Gargano is now a character on Raw, bro. He's been there before. Years ago, him and Ciampa, along with Aleister Black and Ricochet, did some Raw matches for a little while when they were trying to push NXT. But having him back now, actually making really good money, getting to now work with some of the top guys, not just Theory, I'm sure he'll work with other guys too, is exciting. It's a breath of fresh air, and it continues Triple H's trend of bringing back his crew, his guys. We've got Hit Row that are back. We've got Karrion Kross is back with Scarlett. I love the fact that he's back. Gargano, I mentioned. Ciampa got pushed. We've also got Gunther main eventing SmackDown, Walter. The ultimate 3 that are remaining is Sasha Banks, Naomi, and don't forget Derek Loomis. He's also awesome. More of a character than anything, but Sasha Banks and Naomi and Bray Wyatt are, to me, the last 3 that kind of were becoming very disenfranchised with the Vince era. And I'll be honest with you about this, y'all. I, for a long time, thought that Vince was always going to be there and probably needed to be because of how much knowledge he has. But now, looking at what Triple H has done for the past 3 weeks, past month really, I kind of wish that Vince had left sooner. I'm just being honest. I know it's not Some of y'all love Vince, and he's definitely a legend in the sport. Whatever he did with his personal money and his personal life is not my concern, but here's a dude who, has been around forever. But Triple H is bringing a breath of fresh air. There's better wrestling on the show. There's more wrestling. The show seems more focused. I love it. I mean, I love the fact that this show opened up hot with like Riddle and Seth Rollins brawling. Like, I like that it's not just the same old homogenized episode of Raw. I'm very, very happy about that. It feels better. It feels nicer. It feels, exciting again. And I'm really, really, really hoping that that this continues. We're seeing, besides the guy who signed to AEW, who I hope do go back at some point, it's a pretty good time to be a wrestling fan. Even Kenny Omega's return, he's back on AEW now. So Dynamite was a good show last week. Raw and SmackDown were good, and this past night's Raw was also pretty good. Not as good as last week, but still good. Gargano kind of made the show. Edge and Punishment Martinez had a great match, too, in the main event. Damian Priest. Great, great match. So, if you like wrestling, check out my podcast, the K-Fabulous Lucha Brothers Wrestling Show. I'll leave a link down below, but if you have iTunes/Apple Podcasts, look for K-Fabulous Lucha Bros. I'll leave a link. Last episode we reviewed the first Raw from MSG, which was September 22nd, 97, the night that Vince McMahon got stunned, and the same night that Cactus Jack, Mick Foley debuted the Cactus Jack character on that show. So check it out. And if you would be so kind, leave us a 5-star rating. We've got tons of 5-star ratings over on iTunes. Leave one. Thanks again for checking out this video. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all later this week.